Good day everyone, my name is Janyeza Dumpa.
And I am Angelica Biumpakan.
I am me and Ross V. Suyman.
I am Janice Ramirez Vertodaso
From BEd 1A. So, the topic that we choose is the death penalty, specifically the reimposed and disposal of death penalty in the Philippines. The Philippines was the first Asian country that abolished death penalty under the 1987 Constitution, but it was reimposed during the administration of President Fidel Ramos to address the crime rate in 1993.
In 1946, murder, rape, and treason were grounds for the death penalty. Until 1961, 51 were sentenced to death by the law. This number soared high under the leadership of strongman Ferdinand Marcos.
Under the Marcos regime, drug trafficking was added to the list of crimes punishable by death. Electric chairs is the primary instrument for execution during Marcos' time, which were replaced by firing squad in 1976.
When Marcos was overthrown during the 1987's People Power Revolution, the Philippines became the first Asia to abolish death penalty by virtue in 1987's Constitution.
The death penalty was reinstated under the rule of then President Fidel Ramos, which used gas chambers and electric chairs to dispense judgment.
Executions continue until the second suspensions of death penalty under the President of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, who suspended it under Republic Act No. 9346 in 2006.
The Philippines has a long history with capital punishment, but it was most recently suspended in the year 2006 and replaced with a life imprisonment and reclusion perpetua.
In conclusion, death penalty in the Philippines was passed due of the higher crime rates that reaches, and in order to punish the criminals, they passed the law of death penalty. Moreover, this was against the human rights and an inhumane punishment. This pushes to abolish the death penalty.
Death penalty is too much punishment for those who commit crimes, and not applicable in all situations. As a contribution for reducing crime rates, ways are recommended by our group.
Number 1. Stricter alcohol policies. Alcohol has been linked to violence. According to National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence, alcohol is a factor in 40% of violent crimes.
Number 2. Raise the age or grade for dropping out of school. The research is quite clear that kids who don't drop out and complete school are less likely to commit crime.
Number 3. Monitor public surveillance cameras. Research found the cameras can also be cost-effective means of preventing crime. Cameras are most effective when there are sufficient number of them and they are monitored by trained staff.
Number 4. Treat violence as a public health concern. We need to use campaigns and technology to reach every child and family in these countries. We need to develop those tools to make sure that everybody feels important and cared for through parenting interventions, family interventions, well-being campaigns, and early childhood education.
Number 5. Look at the whole picture. While people are aware that there are high levels of lethal violence in the Philippines, this is often misrepresented by national and international media as simple cops versus robbers dynamic. A misrepresentation that more often than not criminalizes poverty. Much work needs to be done on understanding the officials and unofficial social, political, and economic structures that sustain these high levels.
Number 6. Focus on prevention. To focus needs to be on preventing the conditions that draw people into violent or criminal behavior. In order to do this, we need a systematic, integrated, coordinated, approach combining the responsibilities of a wide range of state and non-state actors.
Number 7. Avoid repressive policies. Many countries have approached the problem of violence from crime and security angle, focusing their action on law enforcement only, while justice and police have important role to play. Repression only is counterproductive if not combined with development intervention that look of the drivers of violence and tackle things like skills and educations of youth, socioeconomic inequalities, and access to communal services.